Hey guys, hope everybody's well and safe. Just wanted to make this quick little video as over the past week I've been getting a ton of emails, calls, text messages just asking me what's happening in the real estate market and how COVID-19 is taking effect. So I wanted to make this quick little video just to kind of talk about that and give a little bit of insight to everybody at home. So first of all, I wanted to say for now, the market is definitely okay. We're still seeing homes selling over asking. However, it's still very, very early with the whole virus transition, and we really don't know what's going to happen now in the near or long-term future. We are seeing some buyers deciding to wait, pull back a little bit until the virus kind of calms down a little bit. We're seeing sellers taking their properties off the market just because they're afraid of people bringing the virus into their home and infecting them. So we are seeing a little bit of a pause in the market, but things overall are still selling. On the other hand, what I did want to talk about is some of the public misconceptions that are out there right now. And the first one is the public even saying, why are people even selling their homes? Well, I want to let everybody know that some people are not just selling their homes because they want to. Some of them are selling them because they need to. There are a lot of buyers that have purchased properties, so they unfortunately have no choice but to put their property on the market and sell. And keep in mind, there are also many other property owners who can no longer afford to keep their property, so they are in a position where they have absolutely no choice to sell. So before everybody goes on and kind of saying, why are people doing this? There is sometimes, guys, a reason for all of this. The second public misconception that I wanted to talk about is the 6-month deferral program that many people are, I feel they're very, very confused. They think that banks are going to completely pardon them and not make a payment for 6 months, and you're just going to get away with paying them for 6 months, and that's definitely not the case. First of all, in order to get that deferral, to qualify for that deferral program, you do have to qualify. I've had a lot of clients personally calling the banks and trying to talk to somebody, and if your payment isn't due within 72 hours, they directly won't even talk to you. They'll tell you to call back afterwards. So first and foremost, you do have to qualify for the program. Secondly, you do have to actually prove to them that you are in financial stress and you can't pay your mortgage, and then and only then will they allow you to defer the payment. That doesn't mean that you're going to get deferred for the entire 6 months. They only may give you a grace period of a couple of months. However, don't forget, guys, that interest, you still are going to have to pay it at the end of the term. So imagine if you have an interest payment of roughly $1,000 a month and you do defer it for 6 months, let's say, that's $6,000 that gets tacked onto your mortgage, and you're paying interest upon interest. Let's say if your mortgage is for 25 years, you're literally paying interest on that money for 25 years. So it would be one of those things where I would say, if you don't have to defer your mortgage payments, do that as a last resort. And if you have to, well, you have no choice, and it's just basically what it is, what you need to do to survive. Another thing that I want to do stress is that all banks are different, so make sure that you go ahead and you contact your branch or your bank and just ask them what the rules and requirements are, just to kind of get the proper information and make sure that you're not doing anything that is going to go against what they want you to do. So for everybody that doesn't qualify, there are a few things that you can do. First thing you can do is, if you're on bi-weekly payments, you can switch your payment over to monthly payments. That should make it a little bit easier. You could also go ahead and if you pay your taxes along with your monthly payment, you can contact your mortgage provider, and if you do have the possibility of paying your taxes separately, you can go ahead and now that'll lower your payment, because then you can make arrangements with the city to go ahead and pay the taxes separately, and that would make your payment a little bit lighter each and every month. And as well, another key thing is, if you have your amortization period, let's say at 25 years, and let's say you've gone and you're only 15 years left on your mortgage, you can try to switch your amortization back to 25 years. Now, again, guys, I'm not your bank, I'm not your mortgage broker. Not everybody will be able to do these things. So again, I reiterate, contact your bank and get that information, and basically make sure that you're making the right decisions. And before I go, I wanted to also talk about renters. A lot of renters, there's like a big movement online right now where people are saying to stop paying your rent because landlords are getting a break. The deferral program only exists for principal residents. So if you are a renter and you're thinking about not paying your rent, I would highly advise you not to do that, because at the end of the day, your landlord, if he doesn't pay the mortgage, he's going to have his house taken from the bank, which you're going to be kicked out of your house anyways. So just because a landlord owns a house doesn't mean they're rich, and doesn't mean that you can't pay. We're all going through a tough financial time, so you should do what's right. And if you can afford to pay them, pay them. And at the end of the day, why go ahead and have them put you through courts and all that and ruin your credit? It's something that it's going to make the situation tougher for everybody in the future. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope everybody's safe. I really wish that everybody can listen to what's happening out there and be conscious that you need to stay home. You're going to be protecting yourself. You're going to be protecting others. And even if you have to go get groceries, be very, very careful when you go out. Practice social distancing. Stay away from people as much as you can, and just try to be as careful. Hope we get through this all together. And if anybody needs anything, like always, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to help, and look forward to seeing everybody soon. Stay safe.